Shalom, this is Tzawah from GMS Germany for new listen. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor and THAWADAH by YAHAWAH, by SHAM, YAHAWASHI, by KABAD. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Millstone, daughters of truth, peace and blessings to the elect of Israel, pushing this truth and diligence and sincerity across the four winds. I just want to go over Sirach chapter 2, just read through it, make some points, and also get the preset to certain points. So let's just get right into it. This is Sirach chapter 2. It's Ben Sirach right here, but Sirach also known as Ecclesiasticus, out of the Apocrypha, chapter 2 verse 1. My son, if to come to serve Yahawah, prepare thy soul for temptation. And let's go into the word temptation real quick. Give me a second, bear with me 1 second, BARAK. Temptation. And it says, act of enticing someone to sin. See? An experience or state of being tempted. Okay? To feel, try out. And then when we go to the word tempt, it means to what? Of the devil flesh, draw out to entice to evil or sin, lure someone from the Most High's law, be alluring or seductive, to test, see, to feel, try out, attempt, to influence, test. So basically, Satan gonna try to test us, like he tested Job. That's what we have to prepare ourselves for, okay? Because it says in Matthew, chapter 4. Was it Luke? Let me just check my Bible real quick. I think it was Luke 5, the 5th chapter. No, it was Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4. So lucky. Straight up Satan, man. Before that, the whole and then it was going fluently, but now he wanted to hinder, man. But it is what it is, man. You know. But yeah. Here we go to this one. Duplicate the tab and go to Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4 verse 3. And when the tempter, well, let's start at 1. Then was Yahushua led up of the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil, of Satan. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And 40 nights he was afterward and hungry, so he was hungry. Okay, and when because he fasted 40 days, 40 nights, which is for us not possible. Okay, because I remember back in the days, not back in the days, but came to the truth. I watched a lesson from him, elder brother, and he was talking about the pastor that tried it and he died. He just died because he didn't have the nutrients. And when the tempter, which is Satan, so he is called the tempter. So what are you going to bring? The temptation came to him. He said, if there be the Son of the Most High, command that these stones be made bread. See? So Satan wanted to try him to go off because he knew that he got the power, you know. But Yahushua is a perfect example for us how we should combat Satan and the temptation with this precept, because we keep on reading. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High Yahawah. So basically, we don't live by carnal bread like the heathen, because this is the thing with these heathen. For an example, these heathen, when they're hungry, they're gonna eat anything they can. But like our ancestors died from not eating swine, like it says in 2 Maccabees chapter 7. So our mentality is, even unto death we won't break the laws of the Most High, because why? If we're going to break them, ultimately they're going to bring us to death, because sin, what is the wages of sin? Death, you know. So yeah, going back to Sirach, so we have to, when we start to serve Yahawah, what we do in Yahawah, we have to prepare our soul, our mind, our spirit for temptation to sin, for enticement from Satan himself, from the tempter himself, that we're gonna go off to sin, because his job is to let us go off or commit sins and ultimately to die. Verse 2, set the heart right. So we have to mentally prepare ourselves, because when we go into the word heart, for example, in Proverbs chapter 16. Let me go open up again, because it's just nonsense what happened right now, man. So lucky, bear with me 1 second. But yeah, if not, I'm just gonna look it up right now. I know the what's it called? The Hebrew word for the word heart, because when you go to Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9, which you can do yourself in the Blue Letter Bible, I'm just gonna do quick on my phone. It says the heart in Hebrew means love, and it means in a man mind. So basically you have to set your mind right and constantly endure. See, set thy heart right, your heart, your mind right. So make it ready and constantly endure, the whole time endure. Because when we go into the word endure, what does it mean? To undergo or suffer. See, so you suffer something to continue to existence. See, especially without breaking. So you suffer something without breaking. That's what we have to do. Also to continue in extent. From Old French, endure, make hard, harden, bear, tolerate, keep up, maintain. So basically, let's go back to the precept that says, set the heart right and constantly endure, the whole time endure, and this makes your heart. Why? Because you're doing stuff and you know you can handle it. Then say you're going to bring something else to break you, or another way to break you. For example, you say you're basically a vessel of stone, right? Just for an example, let me just get a, what is it called? A statue of stone. Okay, let me just get a statue of stone. Let's go to just an image, it doesn't matter what, I just want to get a, okay, let's get this one. Okay, we say, for example, this statue, right? So like, yeah, the statue right here, it's for example, it's a depiction of a man, right? So on his legs, for example, on his ankle, this man can be broken easily. So Satan gonna try to attack this, but after you do it, this gonna be harder. Then he gonna attack the arm, because okay, he says his arm's weak right now, so he's gonna attack the arm. And this is how Satan gonna come with these different angles to break us, and we have to constantly endure and harden ourselves spiritually, like you back in the day harden your basically muscles to go to competition. This is what we have to do with the scriptures right now in these times that we're living in, to harden ourselves. That's why I go over to Sirach chapter 2, and make not haste in the time of trouble. So don't run away, don't fear, don't lose your faith in the time of trouble. Okay, cleave unto him, unto YAHWASHI, and depart not away. See, don't depart from him, because it says in let's go right here, 2 Chronicles chapter 15. It's one of my favorite precepts. 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 1. And the Spirit of the Most High came unto Azariah the son of Oded. So the prophet was Azariah the son of Oded, and he went out to meet Asa, which was a king of the southern kingdom of Judah. And he said unto them, hear ye me, Asa, and all Judah and Benjamin. Yahweh is with you. So he's speaking to all Judah and Benjamin, the southern kingdom. YAHWASHI, Heavenly Father, is with you, while you be with him. So as long as you stick unto him and not run away, like it says here in Sirach chapter 2, and depart not away, he's going to be with us. Okay, and if you seek him, so if you seek YAHWASHI, he will be found of you. But, man, come on, man. So like it. But if you forsake him, he will forsake you. See, so if you depart from him, he's going to depart from us. And that's why we shouldn't depart from YAHWASHI, because if you turn our back on him, he's going to turn our back on us. Like I always said, and I always going to say, our is if you make a step toward YAHWASHI, he's going to make a step toward you. If you make a step away from YAHWASHI, he's going to make a step away from you. He don't run after you. You have to run after him because he is the man and we are spiritually his wife. And what does the wife do? Follow the husband. That's what we have to do, you know. But going to Sirach chapter 33 and 1, and it says, there shall no evil happen unto him that feareth Yahweh. This is true, because if we fear Yahweh with everything we got, there's no evil happening to us. We're just getting tried, but no evil is happening unto us. But in temptation, see, the trying, even again he will deliver him. See, so we have to be faithful unto death. Okay, let's get the preacher real quick in Revelation, because I won't normally go to the blue letter. Oh, okay, let me try it out again. Revelation chapter 2 verse 5. Because I was going to this one article, matter of fact, let me just try to get it up again. Where was it again? I think was this one? No. Wasn't this one? Was this one? No. Then it was right here. Yeah. Where was it again? Here. No. There was an article where it said, right here, just going quick over the title. New Delhi police asked, is from the 27th of November, nearly 1 month ago, something to this effect. New Delhi police asked to convert stadiums into prisons as Indian capital grapples with thousands-strong farmer protests. See, so they want to convert the stadium into FEMA camps, and that's what we read right now. And going back to Revelation 2 and 5, it's YAHAWASHI speaks, and it says, Revelation 2 and 10, and it says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. So we shouldn't fear anything that we're gonna go through. We shouldn't fear anything that we gonna have to bury, or go through the fire, or go through the cold water, or the ice, whatever situation the Lord gonna bring up to us. Behold, the devil, Edom, shall cast some of you into prison. So Edom, the devil, the physical manifestation of Satan, gonna cast some of us into prison, which are the FEMA camps, like I just showed you in this article, that ye may be tried. See, that we're gonna be tried, that we're gonna go through temptation, which means going to a try, to test, and you shall have tribulation 10 days. So we're gonna suffer 10 days. 10 means completion, can be more than 10 days or less than 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. See, this should be our mentality. Faithful, loyal unto Yahweh unto death. We won't depart from him, even in the face of death. And I will give thee a crown of life. See, and the Lord gonna reward us. So this should be our mentality. Going back to Sirach chapter 2 verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayst be increased at the last end. See, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayst be increased at the last end. At the last end, at the end, we're gonna be increased. We're gonna be Yahawahs of the elect. Gonna get spiritual powers. Gonna be immortal. Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. So be happy, because it says in Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 5. I remember right. Yeah, verse 5. And ye have forgotten exhortation. Okay, because when we're going to the word exhort, let's go to the word exhort. Exhort, to exhort, encourage. So ultimately the Lord is encouraging us. Okay, to exhort, encourage, stimulate, encourage, urge. So the Lord is encouraging us. Okay, which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise thou not the chastening, to correction. Let's go into the word chasten or chaste. No, let's go into the word chasten. So like chasten, inflict trouble or pain for the purpose of correction. So basically correction of the Most High. See, so Lord gonna let's go through pain, that we're gonna be corrected in the right way, in the right mentality, to correct, see, someone's behavior. So we're gonna go through punishment to correct them. We're going through what chastise. Inflict pain upon, to punish and recall to duty. See, recall to duty. So basically the Lord sometimes lets you go through affliction to basically keep your eyes on the prize. Because if we gonna have this comfort in this world, we're gonna forget all about the prophets. We're gonna forget all about Yahweh because we're gonna have an easy life in this world. We're like, hey, it's so good in here. This is why we say always, this life is nothing. This life is just hell. And this should be our mentality toward this king, toward this life. Okay. going a little bit more to warn, advice. See, so the Lord is warning us, advising us, instructing us, leading us. See, admonish, punish, dominate, tame. Let's real quick go into the word admonish. Okay. Admonish, and it means to remind, urge, exhort, warn, give warning. So the ultimate Lord's given us warning through this chastisement to stay on the right path, to don't go off, to not go back into the world. So it says, despise not the chastening of Yahweh, because like it says in Proverbs, let's get it real quick, chapter 3, if I remember right. Let me just check my Bible real quick. It's Proverbs. No, what it is right now. I think it was chapter 3. Yeah, chapter 3 and verse 12. And it says, so like Proverbs 3, and let's start at 10. Let's go to 10. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse, okay, so like, Proverbs chapter 3, yeah, and verse right here. 11. My son, despise not the chastening of Yahweh, neither be weary of his correction. See, so don't despise the chastening of Yahweh, neither be weak of his correction, because we're going to the, so look, when we're going to the word worry, let me go into it real quick, because it's important to look up the words and take out the time to look up the words for real, like the others always taught us, to become tired. See, to exhaust, make tired. So basically, be tired of the correction, but it's enough. See, neither be weary, getting tired of his correction. For whom Yahweh loveth, so whomsoever Yahweh shall love it, he correcteth, because like you have a son, like it says here, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. See, if your father, so for example, there are two brothers, right? And they're two brothers. The older brother get always to correction. The second, basically the second brother or the younger brother don't. So the father even shows the older brother more love because he corrected him. Because he delights him, because he wants him to be in the straight and narrow path, in the right way, in the right mindset. The younger brother is basically the baby, you know, that don't get correction. But the older son always gets the correction from the father because he has the most, what is it called, expectation in him. He has the expectation to be a great man, the same expectation as YAHWAH and us to be great men. And they put us into the slot, so we have to have this mentality to do all things that we go through, you know. Because YAHWAH loves us, because he corrects us. Through the correction we see that he loves us. Because why do you think the 2/3 don't get corrected? Why do you think the 2/3 can do whatever they want? Because the Most High basically loves the 1/3 and hates wickedness, which the 2/3 are completely involved in. That's why the Lord is going to destroy their asses. Okay? Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when the church is in a low state. And we're in a low state right now, so we have to be patient. Going back to Hebrews to the 12 verse 5. Despise not the chastening of Yahweh, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him, corrected of him. For verse 6, for whom Yahweh loveth, he chasteneth. See? So whomsoever Yahweh loves, he chasteneth, he corrects, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. See? Correcteth every son whom the Lord receiveth. Verse 7, if you do chastening, so if you endure the correction, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. Then the Most High is going to deal with you as if you his own son. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? See? And that's the thing. So, which son does the Father not chasten? If I have a son, and correct him, he never listens, I'm going to be like, fuck, get the fuck out and do what you want. I don't care about him anymore. So if the Lord don't correct us, he don't care about us. Verse 8, but if he be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, so we all partakers, then you are bastards and not sons. See? So if you're not going to chastisement, if you have a perfect life, you're fucking bastards, man, and no sons. And that's the thing. So going back to Sirach chapter 2 verse 5, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. When you go into the verse, the word adversity, what does it mean? Adversity, it means condition or misfortune, hardship, difficulty, distress. So the men of the Lord are going to be tried in the fire of hardship, hard times. See? So for gold is tried, we the gold in Yahweh Bashmiosha's eye. We're not wheat, on we're not straw or anything that can burn to the fire. We just get purified to the fire. So we go into the fire because of the gold and get purified from all the impurities, all the weakness that we have, that we can be righteous and perfect rulers in the kingdom. So we go into the fire right now to be perfect, the perfect and pure gold, to be purified, to be the pure gold in the kingdom, to be purified men in the kingdom, perfect men under Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Verse 6, believe in him and he will help thee all the way right and trust in him. See? So we have to always believe in him, have faith in him, and then he's gonna help us. Because just like I talked to a brother yesterday on the phone from the Holland camp, and I was talking about a certain situation where we went through the world and trusting in different things, and then to come to the truth, we laid these things off. For example, wearing having a gun or something, a weapon with us all the time. Because if you have this mentality, you can have a gun, you can have a weapon, but you trust in laying it, you know. Because if you ultimately always say that I have to get my gun, you put your trust in it. You have faith in the gun that is going to save you, but you have to put your faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He's going to save you, and also he won't bring you into situations where you have to use a gun, like it says in Proverbs. I think 3:31. No, not 3:31. Where it says I think it's Proverbs 16. Let me go to Proverbs 16. And let me look it up. If I know some. Proverbs 16. So like now let me go real quick here. KJV. Nice ways. Please, the Lord. What is it? Yeah, 16:7. I know it's a Proverbs 16, so like it. So going back to Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 7. And it says, when a man's ways please Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So the Lord, even if your ways please Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, if you do the right thing, he won't bring you in situations that you have to fight with your enemy. He's gonna let you avoid it. You know, so of course sometimes you can come in situations where you have to face the enemy, but the Lord gonna bring him with you in peace, so that you won't do anything to you. He's probably gonna even help you. You know, and this is what we have to have the faith in Yahweh. We have to believe in him. He's gonna help us. Or they were right. So leave us from sin and come to righteousness. Follow the Lord's commandments. Be brotherly. Put yourself in the second or third place and brothers before you. And first and foremost, Yahweh and trust in him. See, trust in him. So put your trust, your hope in him. Ye that fear Yahweh, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest you fall. So it means, ye that fear Yahweh, you that Yahweh, you that you men or females or women and children that fear Yahweh, wait for his mercy. So be patiently waiting for his mercy they're going to bring upon the nation of Israel. And do not go aside that do not fall. Because when you go into the word lest, let's look it up real quick. Because when you look it up in the German, because of course I speak the German tongue also, that not, see, it's from the Old English, that not, so that you not fall. So going back to the precept, lest, you have to look up this word, that you not fall. See, so wait for his mercy and go not aside that you do not fall. Ye that fear Yahweh, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. See, you have to believe in him, be faithful unto death, and your reward won't fail. Because it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and 58, or also Hebrews, let me go to that real quick too, to Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11. Let me get first Hebrews 11 and verse 6 if I'm right. And it says, but without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. So we have to believe that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua gonna reward us if we don't fail, you know. that He's going to reward us if we don't fail, like it says also in Galatians. Let me get this precept. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 9. We have to believe in this precept of everything we get. You know, if we don't do it, we don't. Galatians 6 and 9. And let us not be weary in well doing, for in due time, in due season, we shall reap if we faint not. See? So, like when we go up a little bit, Galatians chapter 6 and let's start at verse 7. And it says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth, he shall also reap. So if you sow wickedness, you're going to reap the fruit of wickedness. You're going to be put to death. If you sow seeds of righteousness, what we're doing, trying to do right now, what I'm doing, trying to do right now, I'm going to reap, or we're going to reap the seed of righteousness, the fruits of righteousness, which is going to be the kingdom, which is going to be everlasting life, which is going to be rulership. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption, damnation. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap life everlasting. See, if we do the spiritual work, RAWCHAA, we're going to reap life everlasting, everlasting life, immortality. Verse 9. And let us not be weary in well doing. See, so don't stop doing good, doing the work of YAHAWAH, praying, fasting, studying, coming together with brothers, doing these lessons, doing these sit-downs, going to highways and hedges, being spiritual, examine thyself. Don't stop doing these things, for in due season, in the right time, we shall reap if we faint not. We're going to reap. We're going to reap if we faint not, if we don't fall off, if we do unto the end. The same shall be saved. Okay? Going back to 1 Corinthians chapter 15:58. Therefore, my brethren, be ye steadfast. Why? Because we have the victory already in through Yahawashi, Mashiach, our Lord and Savior. Be steadfast. So, steadfast, unmovable. See, so we should be standing strong and unmovable. Nothing can put you out of this truth. Nobody, nothing, no entity, like it says in Romans. Yeah, also was okay. Like it says in Romans 8, and we go to down to verse 35, and it says, who shall separate us from the love of our Mashiach? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness? So you don't have anything. Basically, we're going through famine, but we're going to be fed. Or peril, hard times, or the sword. So basically, Esau, come down with great wrath. Shall anything of this separate us? As is written, for thy sake we are killed all day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter, because we killed all day long. Yahweh can kill all of us right now. Nay, in all these things we are more conquerors through him that loved us. Let's look up real quick in the word conquerors. Conquer. Let's go into the word conquer. It means what? To achieve. Okay. To win, defeat an adversary, overcome. So he's more in the spirit to overcome through him that loved us. What? All these trials and tribulation you're going to go through. Verse 38, for I'm persuaded. Okay, persuaded means basically I'm convinced that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, demons, nor powers, rulerships, kings, dominions, nor things present, nor things that are right now, nor things to come, nor things that are going to come in the future, prophecies, nor height, nor depth, nor nor any other creature, no Leviathan that is even set up to fuck up this heathen, nor lion, nor any animals, because the Lord said in Sirach 39:28 that his spirit created for vengeance, and he puts the spirits upon different beings. For example, what is it called? An animal like a lion, teeth of wild beast on Esau to bring death and destruction upon his world. So we should even nothing like this. No creature, no animal, no being on this planet Earth should basically separate us, like it says here, should be able to separate us from the love of the Most High. See, so nothing should be able to separate us from this truth, from the fear of YAHAWASHI, from keeping the commandments, from doing the will of YAHAWASHI, which is in HaMashiach Yahushua our Lord. See, nothing should be able to separate us. No female, especially not the female, no child, no family member, not even your own self. Not even your own self, your own wicked flesh should be able to separate you from YAHAWASHI. Okay? Now we go back to Sirach chapter 2 verse 9. Ye that fear Yahweh, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. This is what we're going to receive AHTHA in the kingdom. Or the nation of Israel is going to receive that in the kingdom. They're going to receive good and everlasting joy and mercy. Because we won't cry anymore in the kingdom. We won't have pain anymore in the kingdom. We won't die anymore in the kingdom. We're going to be perfect. Verse 10. Look at the generations of old. Look at King David. Look at King Solomon. Look at Samuel, Samson, and see. Look at Joshua, look at Moses, look at King David. Did ever any trust in Yahweh and was confounded? No. Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? No. See? Did any abide in his fear and Yahweh feared the Lord and was forsaken? So the Lord just turned back on him? No. Or whom did he ever despise? Did he hate? Did he call upon him? No one. For Yahweh is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering, patient, and very pitiful, has mercy, has grace, and forgiveth sins, and save in the time of affliction. Is what he do always. We can attest that. We have many testimonies we can go into where the Lord delivered us. Just when you think back on your childhood, man, all shit was going around you, gun, drugs, everything, and the Lord delivered you out of them all. You don't even was affected with them or even affiliated with them. The whole time drugs was around you in your fucking house, and the Lord didn't even let you get a taste of it. In this youth, maybe when you was older in certain parts, but I for myself never had this, you know. So the Lord protect me from that bullshit. Verse 12, that's another big point. Woe be to fearful hearts. Let's go real quick into the word woe, because when you go into the word woe, what does it mean? Wow, come on. Exclamation of lament in many languages. So basically means lamentation. When you're lamenting, when you go through suffering, when you go through destruction, you're going to be lamenting. So woe represents destruction. Woe, lamentation, destruction to them be to fearful hearts, fearful minds, minds that be fearful. When you fear something, when you fear men more than YAHWASHI, you're going to depart from YAHWASHI. And faint hands, that's the thing. So destruction to them, they fear these things to come, and not trust in YAHWASHI, and faint hands, and the sinner, they go to waste, because we have fears. We have fears, but we have to conquer them, we have to overcome them through YAHWASHI. And the sinner, they go to waste. You know, that fears YAHWASHI supposedly fears men. Now you fear men more than if you break YAHWASHI's commandments, if you break his laws, if you take the vaccine, if you take the RAWCHAA, then you fear men more than YAHWASHI. Then you fear men more than you fear that what man can do unto you more than what YAHWASHI can do unto you, even though he created all of us. How stupid is that shit, man? Fear YAHWASHI above all. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted. Faint-hearted. Let's look up the word faint-hearted real quick. What's in there? Faint-hearted. What does it mean? Cowardly, timorous, faint. What does faint mean? Enfeebled, worried, exhausted, false, deceitful, shame, weak, lazy, cowardly. So basically, coward mind, not a bold mind, not a trustful mind in YAHWASHI. You know, a false, deceitful, unreliable, false mind. See, so you act like you're in the truth, act like you believe in YAHWASHI, but you do not. For he believeth not. See, he acting like it, but he don't do it. Because faint, so deceitful mind. For he believed not, he don't believe in YAHWASHI. What is the basically the wage of it? What is the result of it? If you don't believe in YAHWASHI, therefore you shall not be defended. So if you don't believe in YAHWASHI, it won't be defended. Woe unto you that have lost patience. See, because it says, hey, basically you have need of patience. Let me look it up real quick. KJV. Yeah, no, where's this? Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 35, I think too. Let me go real quick into the Hebrews chapter 10, and it says, verse 35, casting away therefore your confidence, you trust in YAHWASHI, which has great recompense of reward. Basically, you're going to be greatly rewarded. You know, don't throw it away, because you're going to be greatly rewarded. Verse 36, for ye have need of patience. See, we have need of patience. We need patience. And when you go into the word patience, it means sufferance. We have to be able to suffer for YAHWASHI, because he suffered for us, that after ye have done the will of the Most High, ye might receive the promise. So we have to have need of patience. We have to have patience in YAHWASHI. Trust, because when you go in faith and patience works hand in hand. Because when you go into the word hope, okay, let's go to real quick in the word hope. Because when you go into Hebrews 1:1, 11:1. What does it say? Faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you're hoping for something, right? Like it says also in Romans chapter 8, verse 24. Let's get that real quick too, man. Romans 8:24 says, "For we are saved by hope, but hope that is seen is not hope. For what a man seeth, why doeth he yet hope for?" And when you go into the word hope, what does it mean? Yeah, what's gonna pop up? If not, let me look it up real quick in my phone, because the Blue Letter Bible thing is tripping. Let me go real quick in the word hope. This is Psalms. Oh, okay, let me look it up right here. Yeah, it's just working now. Let me get it. Go to Psalms 31 verse 24, and it says, "Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your hearts, all ye that hope in Yahawah." So basically, be of good courage, have basic confidence in Yahawah, and he gonna strengthen our heart, our mind. See, in the time that we're in right now, going down here to verse 24, "Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, your mind." He's gonna strengthen your heart. He's gonna stable your mind. All ye that hope in Yahawah. When you go into the word hope, what does it ultimately mean? Yeah, that's Satan, man. You know what? No, fuck that, man. Let me go to real quick to my phone. When you go into the word hope, it means your call, which means it's also a word for endure, and it means to wait, expect. See, so basically, wait upon Yahawah and expect, to wait, tarry, wait for, hope for, to wait, tarry, wait for, hope for. So basically, we have to wait for Yahawah. So if you have faith, you're waiting for Yahawah, because faith means hope, hope means waiting. And then to that, you also have patience, because patience, when we go into the word patience, let's go do that real quick. What does it mean? Patience. Probably not. Come on, man. Yeah, man, he's just tripping right now, man. When truth comes out, he wanna hinder you, man. That's it. You know, because the internet was working before that perfectly. I was downloading stuff and everything. You know, yeah, but you have need of patience. You know, you have to sometimes be patient, waiting, and even your brothers and listen, or sisters listen to the words, to these lessons. You have to be patient sometimes. You know? Brothers taking a while to look up something. Don't lose your patience. Wait patiently for the edification to come out, man. You know, but it says patience. Okay, listen to it loud and clearly. Quality of being willing to bear adversity. What will adversity mean again? Distress, hardship, calm endurance of misfortune, suffering. So when you go into the words patience, you suffer. So wait patiently and suffer. And the quality of suffering or enduring. See? So the quality. How good are you in suffering and doing stuff? See? Indulgence, humility, submission. See? Literally quality of suffering. It doesn't mean. That's the thing. So how basically how much you're ready to suffer for Yahawah, you know? See, it doesn't even still open, man. Let me go to the word hope, your call, just to show you again. This means to wait, hope. See, so hope, faith goes back to hope, and hope goes back to your call, and your call means to wait. So ultimately, wait upon Yahawah. This is faith. See, faith waiting for something to happen, and this is what we're doing, and believing in it without wavering. And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? So, distraction to them that have lost patience. And what will the Lord do when he shall visit you? When he's going to come back, he's going to destroy your ass. They that fear Yahawah will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. See? So Yahawah said what? They that fear me will obey my word, and they that love me will keep my ways. So we have to keep the ways of Yahawah. That's what it says in 1 John also. 1 John chapter 2. 1 John chapter 2 and verse right here. Right here, verse 5. But whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love the most perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. Okay? And it says, he that saith he abideth in him, Salakia, abideth in Yahawashi, okay? He that saith he abideth in him in Yahawashi, ought himself also to walk even as he walks. So we have to walk as Yahawashi, keeping the laws and commandments of Yahweh Yahawashi to the best of our ability. They that fear Yahweh, verse 16, Sirach 2:16, they that fear Yahweh will seek that which is well pleasing unto him. See? So we're going to seek that which is pleasing to Yahweh Yahawashi, not to our flesh, but to Yahweh Yahawashi, to our spirit. And they that love him shall be filled with the law. Why? Because the law is pleasing and acceptable in Yahweh Yahawashi, to the law you live in. But if you forsake law and wisdom, you're going to die. They that fear Yahweh will prepare their hearts. See? So prepare their hearts, make their minds ready, and humble their soul in the sight. How do we humble ourselves? With fasting. We've come to Yahweh Yahawashi with kneeling in front of Yahweh Yahawashi, praying to him even though we don't see him. This shows humbleness. And doing it in secrecy, not with eyes on you, saying we will fall into the hands of Yahweh. See, this should be our mentality. We're going to fall ultimately in the hands of Yahweh Yahawashi, if we're going to die or if we don't die. Because some of us are going to die. But even if we don't die, we fall in the hands of Yahweh Yahawashi. Everything that happens is ultimately from Yahweh Yahawashi, the good and the bad. Like it says Isaiah 45:7. And not in the hands of men. See? So ultimately, if Isa comes for us, and we in a sense, it's the will of Yahweh Yahawashi. If we suffer by Sam, we're going to go to torture, and ultimately maybe going to give our life, or at the end the Lord going to deliver us, is ultimately Yahweh Yahawashi. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. See? So as his power is, let's go, let's what we look up, the word majesty, greatness or grandeur, impose loftiness, steadiness, quality appropriate to rulership, grand nobility, honor, greatness. So how is greatness? So is his mercy. The Most High is the greatest of all. Okay, so that's the thing. So this was the lesson. I don't have a title for it. Even still, I don't have a title. YAHAWAH, the title gonna pop to the spirit power of Yahweh Yahawashi to my mind. But YAHAWAH, to the spirit power, mercy, grace of Yahweh Yahawashi, KABAD, for it's a lesson edifying for the elect. HALALYAM, HAWAD, THAWADAH, AHBANAWA, YAHAWAH, KADASH, BARAK, YAHAWAH, KADASH, YAHAWASHI, KADASH, BRAKATAM, WAHRHEIT, WASHALOM to the elect. YAHAWAH to the next time. Shalom. Wa brakatam wa bababa.